Okay. We're getting right back into where we left off.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Where we were able to escape from the asylum and make it back to the Hawkins mansion. I mean, as you just saw, it really was just this vague creature of the abyss, this big eye looking at us. We're assuming in our dreams, after Bradley, somebody who's assumed to have been dead, from down in the caverns underneath the mansion, pulled us out as we escaped from the asylum. So I hope there's a really good story as to why he's alive.
Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Yeah, so hey, buddy.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Oh, so Bradley got his heart ripped out of his chest right in front of us. Oh, let's see.
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Alright, yeah, we're gonna go straight up.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
the rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Oh, I don't have my medicine skills up far enough to be straight up just like, you got stabbed in the chest. Alright, let's see. So I might be
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Okay. So for anybody just tuning in or just finding this part of the walkthrough, it's all explained in the previous walkthrough that I did, episode I think 4, where we're going through the asylum. We find Sanders and we think he's being tortured, but that's not exactly what's going on. So check out the previous videos if needed. But let's go with what happened to the dude wasn't
I didn't
great.
see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Also, nobody wants to hear that about their husband or wife. Like, oh, hey, by the way, they were kind of torn to bits in this laboratory, that they were held there against their will.
You're right.
Stay prudent.
Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, no promises. That's interesting how it said this will affect your destiny. Now, one of the things that I love about this game is that there are 4 different endings to this game, and apparently how you get there, they're not last minute decisions. There's decisions you make throughout the game will give you one of the 4 different endings. So let's see. Oh, look at that. We have character points available. Let's see, expert investigations, not bad. Psychology is not a bad way to go to reach the next level. But spot hidden, when has spot hidden ever been a bad time to put points into? Strength, I think we've got a sufficient amount in strength. So investigation or psychology. Ooh, also involving picking locks. That's something that's kind of come up a couple of times where we weren't able to pick locks. But that's at a 75%, and psychology is only a 45. I'm just going with psychology. Okay. All the characters we've come across so far. And places. Now, The Sanders widow. I wish there was a map button. About the Shambler. It's an interesting name. I can't really tell if it's the name of a painting, a character, or exactly what's going on with
What can I do for you,
Shambler.
sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
It's her again. Cat.
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Just one or two things. Or better, probably to not.
May I
say
inquire
a
as
couple
to
things.
when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Oof. Oh god, there's some rough possibilities. Oh, I did forget to change that. Thank you. I'll have to edit that. Some rough possibilities of what to tell her. Do we go with the psychology? I did just put some points in psychology.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words.
This will affect
Nobody in
your
that
test.
hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Okay, so it wasn't me who sent him there. It was definitely not the right way to go about this conversation. The true culprit is Fuller. I'm not sure about that. Pointing the blame could kind of backfire, even if it is accurate and true. Let's test my people
It's terrible
Talking
what happened to your
skills.
husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
An unlocked answer. Did he speak to you of a shambler? That's the name we keep seeing popping up.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
All right.
Did she really care for him after all?
A little strange, given the name, just the Shambler. I didn't exactly know what to expect.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Oh. It definitely wasn't a painting. I was thinking on saying. A painting done... Oh. What are we recreating? What happened here?
A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Interesting.
A house of artists.
A house of artists. I wonder if all these paintings were done by Sarah.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Ooh. That's actually a really good point. Something's going on.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
The thing that I'm slightly confused about is how it kind of alludes to Sarah in the pretense aspect.
She first refused to sell the
sometimes,
painting.
but like she's still alive.
How did that
and
make her feel?
Refused to sell the painting?
She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Haunted painting? I mean... What?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
I mean, given that vision, dude, right there, are you sure you want to? It was like The Ring. See the painting and it comes after you 7 days later. Alright, it's a no-go.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Okay. Save that for later.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
And just what are you doing here,
That's
evil
twice
woman?
you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Sure. Oh, okay. Keys are good. Sure, read the book. Book on monsters. This will affect your destiny. That's interesting as well. Encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. Alright. Not just one. Well, I suppose accessing that sanity page won't be a problem, right? Okay, so this is one of the cabinets to hide in that makes your vision go wary and sanity go a little wonky.
The man transformed an entire
gallery.
wing
Oh.
of his manor into an art gallery.
That's the shambler. Is this gonna be like an Indiana Jones, like every other step is booby trapped kind of a thing? Another closet to hide in. Very intricate art gallery. A lion with tentacles for a face. I'm digging it. I like it. That's not good. Oh, that is not good. What?
What the hell was that?
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell is it? Okay. Alright, so awesome painting monster. Kind of reminded me of like, what's the monsters from A Quiet Place? Kind of reminded me of like that. I have a feeling I'm gonna be seeing that
What the hell was that?
skip screen a few times. Okay, we're gonna skirt away. Hide me. Oh, but then my sanity starts going down crazy. Pop out of this closet like right as it's walking by. Just keep walking. You didn't see anything. This thing's so slow, it should have ran by now. Rest in peace. Third time's the charm.
What the hell was that? That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
I'd love to destroy it. Wonder if I have to grab something in the room to destroy it. I saw a prompt for, I think that was oil? I think it was oil.
What the hell was that?
But I can't necessarily just like, you know. I don't think that was it. Wonder if there's like a torch around the room. Perhaps. Possibly like a knife, maybe. What's that? Oh,
Down.
hello.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Oh. I'll admit there's some good kills. This one's a good monster. Okay, so there was a dagger.
What the hell was that?
I should grab that and try to make my way back and stab the painting, I suppose.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Get in there. Get in quick. How long until I believe he's actually gone? That's about the only option I had. Can you sprint in this game any faster, please? Oh, you can stab it.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Well, that's not good for me. Run! There's no way. There's no way. Okay. I mean, so far so good. That's what I was thinking, like a cross between a necromorph and whatever those things are called in the Quiet Place movies. Get him. Okay. Come on in, the water's fine. Please go away. I'm currently losing my mind. Oil? Different dagger? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Holy shit. Go away, shambler. I don't like you no more. Can't chill in here forever. This is the right way. Oh. Guess not. Alright. Well, that's giving me a good jump scare every time I get randomly stabbed.
What the hell was that?
I'm picking up oil left in it. Oil right there. This is just a test run, a small test run. What else is there? There's another one to that right room, but in the right corner. Wonder if there's one in the left room to the right corner too.
What the hell was
Long
that?
story short, this guy is like not my homie. there's this dagger too.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Hey, you didn't see me. Rough. Rough. Dude, that's the right.
What the hell was
So
that?
even if I break the glass, get that one, and then run all the way to the far right room.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Maybe I just had to be faster. Okay, I think it just had to be faster about it. I hope this is the right dagger. If this one, if I make it back to the painting, try to stab it, and this one don't work, there's one more left to try. He's going the way that we need to go. That's fantastic. That dude's losing his mind over here. Fuck. This is what we got. This is what we can try. Wrong.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
It's alright, we got this. We got this. The little whispers of Cthulhu in your ear. Alright. I hope I don't step out of this and just immediately die, but I gotta get out of this. We tried this dagger, didn't we? No, we tried this dagger. My character is freaking out. He's about to like either die of a heart attack or just jump out of here. Figured out that one. Let's say you didn't see me. He saw me. I'm not gonna lie, this shambler is a little bit of a pain in the ass.
What the hell was that?
Alright, if this was my game and I was creating it, I'd put it as one of the daggers furthest away from the painting. Which would be in this... No, technically the other room. Don't do that, dude. Nobody likes a pussy. Run away. I would guess a dagger in this room. we've tried the one in the middle and we've tried the one on the right. Looks like every case has a dagger, though. Could you come in and then run away again? That'd be great. I'm gonna pop out as soon as he walks in again.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Guess not.
What the hell was that?
I can't believe we can't just, like, go up and rip it. Come on, buddy. Seems like unless provoked, he really doesn't hop to this room. My dude's losing his mind, so I don't really have a choice but to try here. Fuck it, let's try this one.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it!
Another
This
wrong.
dagger didn't work.
Don't mind me running in circles. We're away from you. Do 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 do. It's like playing Marco Polo with a xenomorph right now is how I feel. Oh, no time like the present. I've tried that one. I've tried that one. I've broken that one and tried it today. Is that him? Yep. Okay. I did hear that right. You can go away like any time, dude, I promise. I really do want to try the furthest one in the furthest corner. I feel like that's what I would do to the people playing my game. As soon as my vision gets back to normal. Okay, it's gonna be another run for the hills.
This dagger looks different.
Is that the one? This dagger looks different. Yes!
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I'm like, no, that was pretty much it. But, hell, why not?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Huh. I don't want to ask if it's free of charge, because she's going to be like, nope, you owe me 2 favors now.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Yeah, that comments about the outfits. I'm loving all the outfits I've seen so far, really. The Nameless Bookstore. Can you imagine having that as your own bookstore? That's actually a great name. If that is the name of the bookstore. Nameless Bookstore. That's always a good sign.
Where is the bookseller? An old diary.
Just old diary. It's like, I'll keep that for later. Okay.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Okay. Again, some progression there. I'm a fan of chess. Somebody has an unfinished game. Can never walk away from a game. Have to finish it. Darkwater history. More about the whaling industry on the island. Oil for the lantern. Wish I had that in the caverns underneath the mansion. More Darkwater history. Anatomy and dissection. Learning a whole bunch on medicine today, anyways. Seems like occultism's kind of really the
What happened
thing to
here?
be learning about. Not a lot of clues sitting around. This is usually the part where it's like, oh yes, somebody was sitting in this chair.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Really does.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Breaking glass all over the place. Punching windows and stuff. Clumsy's not a bad word for it.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Oh, snap.
What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Wow. Now, what book could it have been in the safe?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
I guess we take that and then try to crack the safe. I would imagine. Oh, yep. Alright. Well, let's see. We're about an hour in. We've gotten past the shambler. I think that was very interesting. And probably the hardest obstacle so far in this game. So I think we're gonna call it for today and get back to it here real soon with the next part. We'll see where the safe brings us and where we're gonna kind of go with the Sarah Hawkins case on the matter of it seems like everybody and their grandmothers seems to have some kind of occult message to send regarding all these paintings. So I think that's where we're going to pick back up next time.